From the topic differentiation, we have to discuss the next point, that is point 1.2.2, derivatives of inverse functions. In the 11th standard, we have to discuss the topic set and relations, and in that we have to discuss the functions. From the topic function, from the 11th standard, we have to already discuss the types of function. In the type of function, we have to already discuss the what is meant by one function, what is meant by unto function. Suppose that if you have to consider function y is equal to f of x. Suppose that we have to consider the function y is equal to f of x. If this function is a 1 and unto, 1 and unto. What is meant by 1? For every value of x, there is a one and only one value of y, that is 1. Okay, what is meant by unto? For every y, there is a pre-image, in the domain. That is for every y, there is a pre-image. That is there is a value of x. That is called as a 1 and unto. If this function y is equal to f of x is 1 and unto, then its inverse function is exist. And its inverse function is nothing but x is equal to f inverse of y. To exist the inverse function, that original function must be 1 and unto. X is equal to f inverse of y. If this inverse function is exist. Now this section, what we have to discuss? We have to discuss if the inverse function is exist, how to find its derivative. If this function is a differentiable, inverse function is a differentiable, how to find its derivative. Before discussing the theorem on the inverse derivatives of inverse function, before that we have to discuss the sum of the example. So for that we have to consider the function f of x is equal to 2x minus 2. F of x is nothing but the value of y. If you have to write like this, y is equal to 2x minus 2. If you have to given this original function, in the original function y is a function of x. In the inverse function we have to reverse that. We have to write the x as a function of y. Okay, suppose that we can write y is equal to 2x minus 2. From this we have to find the value of x. Suppose that what we have to get the value of x is minus 2 on this side, that is plus y plus 2 is equal to 2x. 2 here multiply on this side, it must be divided, y plus 2 divided by 2, that is x. It means that x is equal to y plus 2 divided by 2. Okay, if y is equal to f of x is the original function, if y is equal to f of x is the function, y is equal to f of x is original function, then its inverse function we can already discuss that x is equal to f inverse of y. It means that what we have to get here, f inverse of y is equal to y plus 2 divided by 2. Okay, here original function is f of x is equal to 2x minus 2. If you have to consider in inverse function, we have to consider its inverse function in the variable x. Suppose that, so that if f inverse of y is equal to y plus 2 divided by 2, if instead of y if you have to take the x, then what you have to write, f inverse of x is equal to x plus 2 divided by 2. So that we can write this f inverse of x is equal to x plus 2 divided by 2. Let g of x is equal to f inverse of x. Let g of x is equal to f inverse of x. Therefore, what you have to write, g of x is equal to x plus 2 divided by 2. Here what you have to get, that f of x is equal to 2x minus 2. Its inverse function, that is g of x is equal to x plus 2 divided by 2. F is the original function and g is its inverse function, that is g is nothing but g is equal to f inverse. Okay, now we have to find its derivatives. So original function is here, original function. What is the original function? F of x. F of x is equal to 2x minus 2. Now we have to see inverse function is here, inverse function. What you have to write, g of x is equal to x plus 2 divided by 2. If you have to differentiate this with respect to x, we get dw with respect to x, we get we have to know that differentiation of f of x with respect to x is nothing but f dash of x. Here 2 is a constant, we have to take the outside the derivative. Differentiation of x with respect to x is 1, minus 2 is a constant, is derivative 0, so that f dash of x is equal to 2. F dash of x is equal to 2. Now on this side, if you have to differentiate with respect to x, dw with respect to x, we get g dash of x is equal to 1 upon 2 is a constant. 2 is divided, that is 1 upon 2 is constant, we have to take the outside. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of x with respect to x 1, plus 2 is a constant, is derivative 0, that is 1 plus 0 is nothing but 1, that is g dash of x is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now what we have to get this from example, f of x is the original function, its derivative is 2, g of x is the inverse function of this f of x, is derivative is 1 upon 2. It means that the derivative of the original function and the derivative of the inverse functions are reciprocals to each other. The derivative of original function and the derivative of inverse function are reciprocals to each other. That we have to get this from that example. Before discussing the theorem, we have to discuss one more example. Consider y is equal to f of x square. Y is equal to f of x square is the original function. Okay. Suppose that we have to consider y is equal to f of x is equal to x square. Now we have to consider C inverse function. That means on this side, suppose that we have to consider inverse function. That is y is equal to x square. That means that x is equal to square root of y. X is equal to square root of y. And when we have to discuss the inverse function, f of x is equal to x square is the original function, then x is equal to root of y is the inverse function. That means what we have to write, x is equal to f inverse of y is equal to root of y. Okay. Now f inverse of y, we have to assume this as a g of y. Let's suppose that f inverse of y is equal to g of y. Means f of x is the original function and this g of y is its inverse function. Now if you have to differentiate this with respect to x, dw with respect to x, we get, here what we have to get, dy by dx is equal to f dash of x is equal to 2x. dy by dx is equal to f dash of x is equal to 2x. Now here we have to see that if you have to write this g of y is equal to root of y, and if you have to differentiate this with respect to y, what you have to get, dw with respect to y, we get that we have to get g dash of y is equal to 1 upon 2 times root of y. Okay. Now suppose that we have to consider d dx of g of f of x. Now if you have to consider d dx of g of f of x, then what you have to get, see here, according to the derivatives of composite function, we can take this derivative. First we have to take the derivative of g, that is we have to get g dash of f of x into, we have to take the derivative of this f of x into, that is the f dash of x. That is g dash of, what is the value of f of x here? F of x is nothing but x square, that is g dash of x square into, what is the value of f dash of x? F dash x is nothing but the 2x into 2x. Now we have to find the value of g dash of x square. Here we have to write here g dash of y is equal to 1 upon 2 times root y. Means we have to replace this y by x square. If you have to replace this y by x square, इतना जर y तुम्ही x square ने जर replace केला तर इथलाही y कशाने replace करावा लागेल, x square ने. म्हणजे काय बघा, g dash of x square ची value 1 upon 2 times under square root of x square into 2x. We have to get cancelled. Square root of this x square is nothing but x, that is x divided by x, we get the 1. That means we have to get d dx of g of f of x is equal to 1. d dx of g of f of x is equal to 1. Also, now we have to also discuss that if I have to consider the composite function, which one? This one, g of f of x, consider g of f of x is equal to g of, now what is the value of f of x? Value of f of x is nothing but the x square. Value of f of x is nothing but the x square. Already we have to discuss that g of y is equal to root of y. Since g of y is nothing but root of y, it means that this y we have to replace by this x square. It means we have to get that under square root of x square. Square and square root get cancelled, we get the x. That is g of f of x is equal to x. Now we have to differentiate with respect to x. What we have to get? dw with respect to x we get. That is d dx of differentiation with respect to x. What we have to get? d dx of g of f of x is equal to 1. Means if you have to we have to know that the f of x is the original function, g is the inverse function. We have to write in the composite function, then we have to take the derivative. By using this simple way, we have to get the same value. Okay. Now see here, at a point x square, x coordinate as it is, y is equal to x square. Already we have to consider the function at a point x square on the curve. We have to already discuss that the f dash of x is equal to 2x. If you have to, already we have to discuss that f dash of x is equal to 2x, and g dash of y is equal to, what is the g dash of y? Here we have to see that g of y is equal to root y, so that g dash of y is nothing but derivative of this root y with respect to y is nothing but 2 times under square root of y. That we have to get the value of g dash of y. Now here we have to see that that y is nothing but what? Y is nothing but the x square, that is the g dash of y is equal to 1 upon 2 times under square root of, what is the value of y? The value of y is nothing but the x square. Square and square root get cancelled, so that what we have to remaining 1 upon 2 times x, that is the g dash of y. And 1 upon 2 times x is nothing but the f dash of x, that is g dash of y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x. G dash of y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x. We have to understand the meaning of this. G dash of y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x. What is the meaning of this? That we have to first understand that. So that now g dash of y, what you have to consider the g dash of y? We have to already g dash of y means derivative of this g of y with respect to y. Derivative of this g dash of y with respect to y. And what is the g of y? We have to already discuss that x is equal to f inverse of y. X is equal to f inverse of y. And this f inverse of y, we have to assume that that is the g of y. F inverse of y, this function we have to assume that it is a g of y. Means what we have to write, that is nothing but x is equal to g of y. That is nothing but x is equal to g of y. And if you have to differentiate this with respect to y, we get dw with respect to y, we get, but you have to get dx by dy is equal to g dash of y. Dx by dy is nothing but the g dash of y. That is the g dash of y is nothing but the dx by dy. Also, f dash of x means what? Next, we have to write y is equal to f of x. If you have to differentiate this with respect to x, we get, what you have to get? dy by dx is equal to f dash of x. Means f dash of x is nothing but dy by dx. G dash of y is nothing but dx by dy. It means that we can write, instead of this we can write dx by dy is equal to 1 upon f dash of x is nothing but dy by dx. F dash of x is nothing but dy by dx with condition that dy by dx is not equal to 0. Since dy by dx is not equal to 0, that we have to discuss the theorem related to derivatives of inverse function. Next we have to discuss the derivative of theorem related to derivative of inverse function. Now we have to discuss the theorem related to derivatives of inverse functions. See here, what is the statement of this theorem? We have to discuss the 1.2.3. In that point we have to give the theorem. Suppose y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x on an interval I. Suppose that I is the interval set of integers, and y is 1, 1 and 2, and dy by dx is not equal to 0 on I, that is the set of integer. Also, if f inverse of y is a differentiable on f of I, then d dy of f inverse of y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x, or dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, with dy by dx is not equal to 0. Okay, now first of all we have to understand the meaning. Y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x. This is the original function. If this y, that is f of x, is 1, 1 and 2, that its inverse function is exists. Also what we have to given, y is a differentiable function of x, means the value of dy by dx is exists, and also there is a condition that the value of this dy by dx is not equal to 0 on whatever the given set. Also, if f inverse of y is a differentiable, means if y is equal to f of x, original function is a differentiable, and suppose that its inverse function is also differentiable, then this differentiable f inverse of y is a differentiable on what? F of I. What is the meaning of f of I? Suppose that when we have to discuss the definition of the function, suppose we can write take as the like this. Here we have to write y is equal to the values of x, and here we have to get the values of f of x. F is the function from set A to the set B, and f of x is nothing but the y. Okay, and when we have to discuss the inverse function, for the inverse function what we have to discuss, that this one like that, f inverse is the function from B to A. F inverse is the function from B to A. In that what we have to write, what is the inverse function? Inverse function is nothing but x is equal to f inverse of y. Therefore, for every y there is a value of x here, and that is nothing but f inverse of y, that is x. Okay, if you have to the value of x, we have to here we have to see that x is on the interval I, means whatever the values we have to take of this x, we have to take from this interval. It means that whatever here value we have to get, that is f of I. For every x belongs to this I, we have to get the value of this y. It means that when you have to take the inverse function, whatever the value of y, this value is nothing but from this set, that is the from f of I. So that they have to mention here that f inverse of y is a differentiable on this f of I, means it is a differentiable on this range of this whatever the function f. Okay, then d dy of f inverse of y is equal to 1 upon f dash of x. In another way we can write that dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, with dy by dx is not equal to 0. To start the actual proof of this theorem, what is the given? Y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x, and f inverse of y is a differentiable. Okay, so that we have to start with this. Given that y is equal to f of x and x is equal to f inverse of y is a differentiable. Okay, let the value of variable x is changed by small increment delta x, then there will be increment delta y in y, as delta x and delta y are the increments, so that therefore delta x never be 0, delta y never be 0, as delta x and delta y are the increments, so that delta x and delta y never be 0. Also, as delta x tends to 0, delta y also tends to 0, as delta x tends to 0, delta y also tends to 0. Okay, now we have to consider, or we have, as delta x and delta y are the increments in the values of x and values of y, so that we have to consider that delta x divided by delta y into delta y divided by delta x is equal to 1. Okay, from this we can write delta x divided by delta y is equal to 1 upon delta y divided by delta x. With delta y upon delta x, this whatever this ratio is there, this ratio is never be 0. As we have to discuss the function y is equal to f of x, x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable, so that we have to take the limit of this. We have to take the limit of this as delta x tends to 0, taking limit as delta x tends to 0. What we have to get? Limit of delta x divided by delta y as delta x tends to 0 is equal to, by using the algebra of limits, there is a quotient of two functions, we have to take the separate limits. We have to take the separate limits of the numerator divided by separate limit of the denominator. But in the numerator there is a constant, and limit of constant function is constant, so that we can write 1 upon limit of delta y upon delta x as delta x tends to 0. As we have already discussed that delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0. Here delta x divided by delta y, so that we have to change this limit. As delta x tends to 0, it means that delta y also tends to 0, as delta x tends to 0, delta y also tends to 0, so that we can write limit of delta x divided by delta y as delta y tends to 0 is equal to 1 upon limit of delta y upon delta x as delta x tends to 0. We have to give the number. Suppose that first, as we have already given that y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x. What is the meaning of this? The differentiation of this y with respect to x, it must be exists, as y is equal to f of x is differentiable function of x. Therefore we can write dy by dx is equal to limit of delta y upon delta x as delta x tends to 0. So for that we have to give the number second. Okay, by using the Leibniz notation, we have to use second in first. Using second in first, we get what you have to get. See here, if you have to use this second in the first one, we have to get limit of delta x divided by delta y as delta y tends to 0 is equal to, we have to use the value of the second in first one, means instead of this denominator we have to use the value of dy by dx, so that we have to get 1 upon dy by dx. With that, dy by dx is not equal to 0. With that, dy by dx is not equal to 0. We have to use the second in the first. Instead of this, we have to use the value of as a dy by dx. Here we have to use this value. With dy by dx is not equal to 0. So for that, we have to give the number as a third. Now see here. Now the RHS of 3's exists. RHS of this 3's exists and it is a finite. RHS of 3 exists and finite. Also, dy by dx is not equal to 0. Also, dy by dx is not equal to 0. So that 1 upon dy by dx is not equal to 0. And so that we have to write here the value upon the RHS is finite. Okay. It means that RHS of 3's exists, so that LHS of 3's also exists. LHS of 3 also exists. And it is what? Limit of delta x divided by delta y, as delta y tends to 0 is nothing but the dx by dy with the help of the Leibniz notation, and finite. Exists and finite. Therefore, 3 becomes dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, and dy by dx is not equal to 0, which is the required proof of this theorem. We have to discuss the alternative proof of this theorem with the help of the derivatives of the composite function. Here we have to consider the composite function of inverse function and the original function. Suppose that we have to consider that f inverse of f of x composite function. Now how to write that? F inverse of f of x is nothing but y, and f inverse of y is nothing but the x. It means that f inverse of f of x is equal to x. And in the 11th standard we have to discuss the types of function, and there is a one type, that is the identity function, means the composite function of f inverse and f is the identity function. That concept we have to consider here. So that we have to consider, or we have to know that, or we have f inverse of f of x is equal to x, which is the identity function. We have to differentiate with respect to x, dw with respect to x, we get what you have to get, ddx of f inverse of f of x is equal to ddx of x. We have to differentiate both sides with respect to x, f inverse of f of x. Now by using the derivatives of composite function, first of all we have to take the derivative of this inverse function, that is f inverse, its derivative with respect to x is what? F inverse of dash of f of x. We can write like this. How to write this? F inverse of dash of f of x into, now we have to take the derivative of this f of x, that is the ddx of f of x is equal to, what is the differentiation of x with respect to x is nothing but the 1. That is what? F inverse of dash of, that is the derivative, f of x into derivative of this f of x with respect to x is nothing but the f dash of x is equal to 1. The value of this f of x is nothing but the y, that is f inverse of dash of y is equal to, we have to take this f dash of x on this side, that is 1 upon f dash of x. As I have to already mention here, y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x, as y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x. Also, you already mentioned that f inverse of y is a differentiable and it is a finite. Also, f inverse of, that is x is equal to f inverse of y is a differentiable. Means this function is a differentiable. And what is the value of this function? F inverse of dash of y is nothing but d dy of f inverse of y. d dy of f inverse of y. And f inverse of y is nothing but the x, that is the differentiation of x with respect to y, d dy of x. Means this one we have to get the dx by dy. Also y is equal to f of x is a differentiable, so that also dy by dx is equal to f dash of x. So for that we have to give the number for this first, and we have to use these values here. Then what we have to get? For this we have to use the value of dx by dy. So that dx by dy is equal to, for this 1 upon f dash of, for f dash of x, we have to use the value of dy by dx, that is 1 upon dy by dx, with the condition is that dy by dx is not equal to 0. This is the alternative proof with the help of the derivatives of composite functions. Okay, now we have to discuss the examples on this theorem. What is the example? Find the derivative of the function y is equal to f of x using the derivative of the inverse function x is equal to f inverse of y in the following. Okay, we have to discuss the first example, that is y is equal to cube root of x plus 4. Solution. Here y is equal to cube root of x plus 4. First of all we have to find its inverse function. Inverse function means we have to find the x in terms of y. Here we have to given the y in terms of x. When we have to find its inverse function, we have to find x in terms of y. So that first of all we have to take the cube on both sides. Taking cube on both sides, we get, okay, that is y cube is equal to, cube and cube root get cancelled, we get x plus 4. Take this 4 on this side, that is y cube minus 4 is equal to x, that is x is equal to y cube minus 4. And this x is nothing but f inverse of y. Okay, now we have to differentiate this with respect to y, dw with respect to y. We get, what we have to get? Differentiation of this x with respect to y is nothing but the dx by dy is equal to. Now we have to differentiate this y cube minus 4 with respect to y. So that what is the derivative of y cube in terms of y? By using the power function formula, 3 times y square. Take the power as it is. From the power we have to minus 1. Minus 4 is a constant, its derivative is 0. That is dx by dy is equal to 3y square. Already we have to discuss the example with help of this, already we have to discuss the theorem. With the help of that theorem, we can write, we have dy by dx, it can be also written as like this, dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy. Also dx by dy here must be not equal to 0. Substitute the corresponding values, that is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon, what is the value of dx by dy? That is 3y square. Okay, what is the value of y? See here value of y is cube root of x plus 4. We have to substitute that value, that is 1 upon 3 times cube root of x plus 4 bracket square. If you have to simplify, this is nothing but 1 upon 3 times x plus 4 raised to 2 by 3, which is the required value of dy by dx. See here, y is equal to cube root of x plus 4. First of all, we have to find its inverse function. That is, we have to express x in terms of y. So that we have to take the cube on both sides. Cube of this y is y cube is equal to cube and cube root get cancelled. We get x plus 4. They take this 4 on this side, it becomes minus y cube minus 4 is equal to x. That is x is equal to y cube minus 4. That is x is equal to f inverse of y. That is the inverse function. X in terms of y, so that we have to differentiate with respect to y. We get dx by dy is equal to derivative of y cube with respect to y is 3y square. 4 is a constant, is derivative 0. That is dx by dy is equal to 3y square. We have dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy, where dx by dy is not equal to 0. We have to substitute the value of this dx by dy, that is 3y square. So that dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 3y square. We have to substitute the value of y. What is the value of y? Cube root of x plus 4. Here cube root of x plus 4. Its square. Cube root means power is nothing but 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 into 2, nothing but 2 by 3. That is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 3 into x plus 4 raised to 2 by 3, which is the required answer. From the same question, we have to discuss the example number 2. Y is equal to root of 1 plus root of x. We have to find its derivative with the help of its inverse function. Here, solution here y is equal to root of 1 plus root of x. Here first of all we have to find out the inverse function. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय करणार, इनवर्स फंक्शन फाइंड करणार. म्हणजेच काय, x हा आपल्याला कशामध्ये लिहायचा आहे, y मध्ये. म्हणजे x इज इक्वल टू y मधल्या टर्म्स आपल्याला काय करायचे लिहायचे. आता पहिल्यांदा हा जो स्क्वेअर रूट आहे तो घालूया. त्यासाठी आपल्याला दोन्ही साइडचा स्क्वेअर करायला लागेल. स्क्वेअरिंग बोथ साइड वी गेट here y square is equal to square and square root get cancelled, 1 plus root x. Take this one on this side, that is y square minus 1 is equal to root x. Again taking square on both sides, squaring, we get, what do you have to get, y square minus 1 bracket square is equal to x. And since x is nothing but f inverse of y, that is the inverse function, so that we have to use this, that is x is equal to y square minus 1 bracket square. We have to differentiate with respect to y, dw with respect to y, we get. Why we have to differentiate with respect to y? Because x is expressed in terms of y, so that we have to differentiate with respect to y. That we have to get dx by dy is equal to, by using the power function formula, take this power as it is. From this power we have to minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1. Now we have to take the derivative of this y square minus y with respect to y, that is d dy of y square minus 1. So that what we have to get, dx by dy is equal to 2 into y square minus 1. Derivative of this y square is 2y minus derivative of 1 is 0, that is 2y. That we have to get dx by dy is equal to here 2 into 2, 4y into y square minus 1. Okay, we have, what you have to know, that we know that, or we have dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy, with dx by dy is not equal to 0. Now we have to substitute the value of dx by dy is 4y into y square minus 1, that is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon dx by dy is 4y into y square minus 1. Okay. Now we have to substitute the value of y. What is the value of y? Root of 1 plus root of x. Put y is equal to root of 1 plus root x. We have to substitute here, so that what we have to get, dy by dx is equal to 4 into dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 4 into, what is the value of y? Root of 1 plus root of x into, here we have to substitute the value of y also, that is root of 1 plus root x bracket square minus 1 square bracket complete here, that we have to get dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 4 times root of 1 plus root x into, here square and square root get cancelled, so that remaining 1 plus root x minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, so that remaining only root x. We can write like this, dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 4 into root x into under square root of 1 plus under square root of x, which is the required answer. Now we have to discuss one more example. Example number 3, y is equal to log of x. Solution here, y is equal to log x. First of all, we have to find its inverse function. This is the logarithmic form. Inverse form is nothing but its exponential form. That's why we have to write e raised to y is equal to x. That is, x is equal to e raised to y. Since x is equal to f inverse of y, so that this is the inverse function of this given original function, that is y is equal to log x. It means that logarithmic form and exponential form are the inverse of each other. That like inverse functions of each other. Now we have to differentiate with respect to y. We get dx by dy is equal to derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. Here we have to e raised to y, and also we have to differentiate with respect to y. So the derivative of e raised to y with respect to y is nothing but the e raised to y. Now we have dy by dx by using the theorem related to derivative of inverse function. We can write 1 upon dx by dy, with dx by dy is not equal to 0. Substitute the value of dx by dy, that is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon e raised to y, that is dy by dx is equal to 1 upon e raised to log of x. We have to substitute the value of y, that is log of x. E raised to log of x, by using the properties of the logarithm, we get here e raised to log of x is nothing but the x, so that dy by dx is equal to 1 upon x, which is the required answer, with x must be not equal to 0.